Welcome to the show where stories unfold.
Let's go.
People doing big things, breaking the mold. They're changing the game, making waves every day.
Big moves.
Shining bright with the work that is right.
Shine on.
This is Breaking the Silence with Nicky
Nicole in the building.
Unleash your inner voice and make some
Turn
noise.
up. Welcome to the Breaking the Silence podcast with Arthur and Nicole. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Tell your cousin, tell your friend, tell your neighbor to come over here and break the silence with Arthur and Nicole. Welcome to another powerful episode. Sit back and relax. Enjoy the conversation.
Let me speak to that person that feels like they lost their worth and their value. This is a dollar bill. Now, if I go to the store and there's something for 90 cents, can I buy it with this dollar bill? Okay, all right. So if I go to the store and there's something for 85 cents and after tax, it ends up being 96 cents, can I buy it with this dollar bill? Okay, all right. So what if I ball the dollar bill up? Think about it now. Like, I just balled the dollar bill up, like, so it can't be worth $1 now. It's probably worth like 95 cents, right? How much you think it's worth? $1. Listen, y'all gotta pay attention. I just balled it up, so clearly it's not worth $1 anymore. All right, so maybe, what if I step on it? What if I stomp it? I just stomped it. How much is it worth now? Maybe 65 cents, 68 cents? It's still worth $1? Okay, what if I ball it up? What if I stomp on it and then I put it in the trash can and it's in here with some trash and it's around some beer and some gum and a bunch of other nasty stuff and some guy off the street pulls the dollar out, unfolds it. How much is it worth now? Maybe 82 cents? And come on, at least 92 cents? It's okay, all right, so what if I ball it up? What if I step on it? What if I put it in trash and then, watch this, I tear it in half? Think about it now, right? How much is it worth now? $1? I could tape it? Whoa. Wait a second. I just balled it up. I just stepped on it. I put it in trash. I pulled it out. Then I tore it in half. And you mean to tell me I can pick the dollar up, I can wipe it off, and I can put some tape around it, and it's still worth $1? Then why, if this dollar doesn't lose its worth or its value, then why do you feel like you've lost your worth and value? Because many of you feel like you've been stepped on, you feel like you've been pushed aside, you feel like you've been abandoned, you feel like you've been talked about, you feel like you've been abused, like someone took from you, someone hurt you, somebody took advantage of you, and deep down inside your core, you feel like you've lost some of your value. And I am here to tell you today that this dollar still has worth and value, because there are some men years ago who put value over this life and said that no matter what happens to it, it can still be taped back together. It can still be wiped off. And I am here to tell you that you were created and you're born and you're here and you have life and you have purpose and you have value. And though you've gone through some hard times and though you've experienced some depression and you might be wanting to hurt yourself and you might want to give up, I am here to tell you still got worth and value. And there is nothing that can happen that can take your worth and your value away. So what you gotta do now, you gotta pick yourself up. You gotta dust yourself off and you gotta keep moving.
Good morning, everybody. I know, right? It is almost 5:30 in the morning, and I'm up here talking to you. Yes, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start going live and motivating early in the morning, especially if I'm up. So picture this. It's 10 p.m. You're lying in the bed. Your phone is in your hand. You're scrolling through those highlight reels on other people's lives. You tell yourself just 5 more minutes, but then an hour slips by. Suddenly you realize, you didn't do anything today that got you closer to where you want to be. And you've had a lot of those days lately, right? You're not lazy, you're not unmotivated, you're just distracted, right? Everybody has days like that. Good morning, Z. How you doing, sis? Good morning. How you feeling? So, for those of you that don't know who I am, I'm Arthur Nikki Nicole, the host of the Breaking the Silence podcast. And today I want to talk to you about something we all struggle with. What we're doing with our time and whether we truly are being intentional, as my sis always say, with it, or just letting it drift away. You see, I started Breaking the Silence podcast not because I had it all figured out, but because I needed a space to speak. I needed to come out of my shell. And being behind this mic gave me that freedom to be heard. It became a platform to share stories, build community, and heal out loud. Through the years, over these past 2 years, I've learned a lot about how time can either be your ally or your enemy. Time is the most precious thing we have, and a lot of us take it for granted every single day. Every single day. But how you use your time determines who you become. You either use your time to build something meaningful, or you just let it slip through your fingers. And not too many of us are stuck in the cycle of letting life happen to us instead of taking control of it, right? So I'm not going to keep y'all too long this morning, but I do want to give y'all a challenge. You have to always challenge yourself to do something different in order for you to grow, in order for you to heal at the same time. So here's a challenge for the week. I know I already gave you one already, but here's another one. Let's start tracking our time. Track your time for 3 days. 3 days. Yeah, I said 3 days. For every hour, write down what you are doing. Then ask yourself, is this serving my growth? Or is this a distraction? What's moving me closer to my goals? What's pulling me away from my goals? It's not about judging yourself, but it's about awareness. You have to be aware of where you're going and how you're going to get there. And a lot of times we're not aware at all. We're just going through the motions of life. You can't change what you don't track. And hopefully this exercise or this challenge can open your eyes to how much time you are wasting. Because we all waste time. You know that. And I want to give you 3 tips to help you along the way. Okay? So the first tip is to start small. Start small. Stay consistent. Don't wait for that right moment, that perfect moment to change your habits. Like I got a habit. I smoke Black and Miles, and I've got to change that. I've got to find a way to let it go. Good morning, sis. How you feeling today? I have to change. I have to find a way to change that habit. Do it. Whatever you're trying to do, do it tired. Do it messy, but just start. Just start. Even if it's only 10 minutes of a day of something that gets you closer to the goals that you're trying to meet. That time adds up, whether you know it or not. The second step is to schedule growth like it's a meeting. Schedule growth like it's a meeting. Put your healing, your hustle, your self-care on the calendar. And I'll be the first. I'm gonna raise my hand on this. Self-care is like the last thing on my list. I don't get any sleep. I barely eat. So I know that's something that I gotta work on. But hustle, I don't have no problems in that department. Healing, everybody's still healing at some point in their life, right? We make time for everything else. Why not make time for our dreams? If it's not scheduled, it won't be prioritized, right? So you gotta book that time, block that time out, and treat it like it's an important meeting. Make sense? And the final step is to protect your peace by saying no. Listen, I'm still learning the art of saying no. Those two letters right there is they're the hardest thing for me to do, especially the people that I love. It's the hardest thing for me to do. Saying no isn't selfish, and that's what I've been thinking of for so long, that it was selfish. But it's self-care. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your purpose or your growth, you're saying no to your own progress. You have to put a guard around you and guard your time, guard your energy like they're the most precious things you have. Because why? They are. They are. So I'm telling you to protect your peace by saying no, but I got to do it too. So let's do this together. Let's heal together. Let's get to a point in our lives where we can really focus on getting ourselves together. Because I'm telling you, it's the hardest thing in the world to try to get yourself together. So look, I've been trying to play a little quick game every time that I do come up here and motivate. So we're gonna play a game called Keep It or Cut It. Okay? Keep it or cut it. That's gonna be the name of the game. Keep it or cut it. Now the instructions for this game is I'm gonna list some habits. You decide to keep it because it serves your purpose, or cut it because it drains your energy. Now be honest. Be honest. So when I put the prompts up, you put in the comments whether you're gonna keep it or you're gonna cut it. All right. First one. Strolling social media first thing in the morning. Now, right now in my lifetime, I would have to try to keep it because I'm on this path of monetization. So it's like I can be in the middle with that. I can keep it or cut it because I'm not really a big social media person, but I'm trying to get better at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get better at engaging on social media. I knew you was gonna say cut it, but I'm trying to get better with it. So I might have to keep that. I might have to keep it. All right. Second one, comparing your life to someone else's on social media. I can cut that. I'm never gonna compare myself to anybody else because you don't know where people been or what it took for them to get where they're going. So I'm gonna cut that because my journey is not their journey and their journey is not my journey. So I'm gonna have to cut that. I'm gonna have to cut that. Right, cut that. Exactly. Next one. This is a big one. Drinking water and journaling before bed. Now, anybody that know me, water is not my favorite drink. But that's another thing I'm working on. I'm working on the art of drinking more water. But the reason why I don't drink a whole lot of water is because it can also affect my health as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's another reason why I don't drink a whole lot of water. As he said, cut it. Journaling before bed, I can definitely do that. I can definitely do that. So I mean, I might have to. She said, "Don't cut it." Which one is it? Cut it or don't cut it? Keep it. Yeah, I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do better with this water drinking though. For real though, I'm gonna do better. So the next one is saying yes to things out of guilt. Man, that's I'm gonna have to cut that because at the end of the day, yeah, I'm gonna have to cut that. But I do a lot of that. I do a lot of that. I'm gonna have to cut that. That's not serving me no purpose. It's not going in no good direction either. So I'm gonna have to cut that. I'm gonna have to cut that. Exactly, cut that. Somebody don't drink too much, you won't sleep. Listen to podcasts or audio books that motivate you. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that because there's a lot of podcasts out there that are really uplifting and positive. So I'm gonna have to keep that. I'm gonna have to keep that. Binge watching TV shows to escape stress. Now I'm not a big TV watcher, so that I can cut that. I can deal with cutting that. I'm not keep which one? The last one or the TV? Yeah, you be watching TV though, so you might be talking about that. You might be talking about TV. But we all got to think about the things that are hindering us in our life, and we got to keep it or cut it. Like make things make sense because a lot of times we're taking ourselves in the wrong directions. You know what I mean? The wrong directions in life, and said both. Okay, and we just have to take ourselves, on another path. So look at what you're keeping. Is it helping you grow? This is the question you need to be asking. Is it helping you grow or is it holding you back? So it's time to start saying no to the distractions and yes to the things that move you forward, right? You don't need more time, you need more intention. Your purpose is calling you, but it can't grow in the soil of distraction. Let me say that one more time. It can't grow in the soil of distraction. Let that sink in. It needs discipline, focus, action. You have to start showing up for yourself. Time will either build you or bury you. Time will either build you or bury you. But it's up to you to choose which one. So ask yourself this every single day. Am I just existing or am I evolving? Because a lot of us are walking around just existing. We're just going to work every day to make the money we need to make so we can survive, so we can take care of our household, our kids, and do the things that we want to do and need to do in our lives. And we're not doing anything outside of that box. So therefore, we're just existing. We're not evolving. You have everything that you need to make the most of your time, but you have to start small. Start messy. It don't got to be great. Start today. Start right now. Right now. Because your future selves, trust me, will thank you later. But you have to start right now. But I want you to know that I'm proud of each and every one of you for just being here, for just getting up every single day and trying again. Getting up every day and being grateful for the fact that you're still here and able to do it again. Because a lot of people didn't make it today. A lot of people didn't get that chance to try again, to reset, to restart. But you're here. So being the fact that you're here, today is the day that you can't be wasting no more time in your life on things that really are irrelevant in your life. Maybe it is a friendship that you've been holding on to forevermore, and it's not going nowhere. You're not aligned. You don't even think the same. Or maybe it's a relationship that you're in. You've been with this person for 10, 20 years, and it's not going nowhere. Maybe y'all just got married for the kids. Stop wasting your time, because we cannot get that time back. Then you look back, it's 50 years down the road, and you're still doing the same old things that you were doing 10, 20 years before that. And you haven't evolved. You haven't went nowhere. Stop wasting time. That's just like the $24 I was talking about just yesterday. You get these 24 hours every single day. If that was money, you would manage it better. Time, money you can make again, but time you cannot get back. You can't. So stop allowing people to waste your time and stop wasting your own time. It's time for you to take control of your time. And it's time for you to take control of your time today. So let's stop breaking our time and let's start breaking the silence. I hope that y'all have enjoyed this boost of motivation for the morning, and that it will allow you to move differently today. It would allow you to think differently about your life. It would allow you to, as the old folks say, look back over your life and either decrease or increase things that are in your life so you can elevate to the next level in your life. Don't waste another minute. Don't waste another second of your life on things that no longer serve purpose in your life. Because you're gonna look around, you're gonna have gray hair, and you're gonna look back over your life and you're like, I should have did this or I should have did that. But it's too late now. You already did everything that you didn't want to do. Now you're 50, 60 years old trying to go back to school, or you're 50, 60 years old trying to find a job in a career that you should have had 20 years ago. Let's not waste no more time. So I ask you, are you wasting time, or are you working towards your purpose? Go through the day today. Think about that. And manage your time. Manage your time in your life and manage the time that you spend with people in the time period in your life. Value the time that you have on this earth. You only get one chance at this. Because once you're gone, you're gone. Live your life like it's the last day of your life. And somebody standing at that pew talking about what you did in your life. You want them to be able to say, you know what? I want people to say, you know what, Nikki Nicole was a good person. She had a good heart. She cared about people. I want it all to be great things. So think about that and let that sink in. Y'all lift your heads today. Lift your heads, stay strong, stay in the game, stay on the grind, stay strong. Trouble don't last always. And this is your day. So until next time, y'all remain positive. Later.
When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. I don't know how many of y'all got asthma here today, but if you ever had an asthma attack before, you short of breath, SOB, shortness of breath, you wheezing. The only thing you trying to do is get some air. You don't care about no basketball game. You don't care what's on TV. You don't care about nobody calling you. You don't care about a party. The only thing you care about when you're trying to breathe is to get some fresh air. That's it. And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And I'm here to tell you, number one, that most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it.
You don't want it badder than you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep. Some of you love sleep more than you love success. And I'm here to tell you today, if you're going to be successful, you've got to be willing to give up sleep. You got to be willing to work off for 3 hours of sleep, 2 hours. If you really want to be successful, some days you're going to have to stay up 3 days in a row. Because if you go to sleep, you might miss the opportunity to be successful. That's how bad you got to want it. You got to go days without, listen to me, you got to want to be successful so bad that you forget to eat.
Nobody is going to hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.